Should we hold Daisy like this? I think
I think she's cute. Oh, mama.
I know, I do quite like her. I don't know, sometimes I'm scared I'm going off her. Joking.
I went off Sydney the other day.
Well, I was just like, what are you actually up to?
I actually went
She
up,
drank my cup of tea whilst I was on a call today. No, I know. That's why I was awkward to tell her off. But I think she's kicking off because I'm busier with work and she can't handle it.
No, she's getting separation anxiety.
She
It's
used
a
to
real
get
thing.
a lot of attention.
All the attention.
Good when you're ready.
Right, you ready?
Oh.
Okay, perfect. Welcome to the Silly Little Girls Club Out of Office. So these are a different type of episode to the ones where I interview guests. This is me and my friend Hollie talking about what it's like to be girls in business, whether it's running a business, it's working in a business, and all the random stuff that happens in between, because work life is crazy and these stories are real and they happen, and you know, we're just going to be having a safe space here to talk about them. There is adult themes, there is swearing, so be warned just before you tune in and you're like, oh my god, these girls, but this is real life, this is what happens to us. So that being said, enjoy the episode. Let's get out of office.
Here we are again. Fancy seeing you here.
Fancy seeing you here. Back at it.
I know.
Out of office.
I know.
On a Friday.
Live it always on a Friday.
Always on a
That's our
Friday. Always with a mug of Prosecco.
Yeah.
Like,
Balance.
It's all about balance. I feel like for me, this Out of Office podcast is literally about balance.
Yeah,
so
for sure. We're venting,
yeah.
we're oversharing,
definitely oversharing.
normalising trauma and living our best life.
I don't know if we should normalise trauma, but we can definitely expose it.
There we are,
Exposing trauma.
How toxic.
No, it's toxic because we probably do normalise it. And it's not normal.
Exactly.
And this is hopefully what Out of Office, us talking about this will help us.
We're raising awareness, man.
Yeah, to ourselves.
Yeah. And others.
Hopefully. Like, if anyone's triggered by anything, please just DM us.
Trigger warnings. Oversharing.
Oversharing. So, welcome back to Silly Little Girls Club Out of Office.
Woo!
With my wonderful friend Hollie.
Hey.
And me, Sam.
Yeah. Aww.
And Daisy.
I know, bless her. She's sat up for once. She's feeling quite confident.
She is. She's kind of here for it. She's not sure what's going on.
She's like, don't look at me.
She's like, these two girls on about it again.
I know, she's like, for God's sake.
I know. But
get over it. But that's because classic. She's brought up in the patriarchy world.
That's the same.
She's probably sexist herself. Oh, she's off. She's being vile.
Oh, she's like, oh.
You're free.
Didn't she use the word patriarchy and that triggered
Yeah,
her.
she's off. She said that's it.
She's like, fuck the patriarchy.
She is loyal.
That's it,
right.
she is. Right, Daisy.
I just... Sorry, she never listens to me and I just went like that and she literally was like,
She was
okay.
like, I'm here. She's coming back.
Oh my God. I am a rich man.
I am a rich man.
That was powerful from me and Daisy.
Oh my God. You know what actually we should talk about quickly?
Oh God, here we go.
The podcast launch party. Because,
it's
you
gonna
know...
go off.
So...
But we need to keep
we
our
are
wits
filming
about
this
us.
before it's happened. This is
my
obviously
God,
going to come
yeah.
out after it's happened. So...
I might not be here.
No, we all might have
go
been
terribly
cancelled
wrong
by then. But obviously, you've played a big part in making this happen.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
So if anybody wants to know or didn't see it, I've obviously by now would have plastered it all over Instagram because it was the most amazing night of my life, I'm sure.
LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter,
Everything.
Instagram. I'll be doing the same.
Paid spawn.
Yeah.
Like, let's just do it all. So we're having the launch party at Soho House.
See you there.
Which is, I hopefully would have seen you there.
Oh.
Remember, we're in the future.
Nice to have seen you. Fine.
Nice to have seen you.
It's great catching up.
Yeah, we need to get into faux pas because that is
That's
the whole
what,
thing.
I was going to say. When you're like, oh my God, nice to meet you. They're like, I've met you 4 times.
Oh my God, I do it all the time. It's literally the bane of my life. I could have done someone's hair 12 times and still say nice to meet you.
No.
Fucking awful.
Hope it never gets like that with us.
Yeah, the podcast. It's launch party. Hopefully it's happened.
And
hopefully
it's
it
gone
went well.
off, gone viral.
Yeah, and hopefully everyone was there. I've completely forgot why I brought it up.
Well, I just think it's
thought it was
nice
something
to
to bring
brag
up.
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Normalise
it's a huge
bragging. Yeah.
Normalise bragging because, you know, girls,
We've
don't
succeeded,
probably amp ourselves up enough.
No, you should.
So we're launching this podcast at Soho House.
Yeah, and it's gone off, and Mal C from the Spice Girls was there.
I know.
How good was that, guys who were there?
Exactly.
I'm really into this future
You're
thing
getting
now.
it now. I feel like you're getting it. You've got to get your head in that. So, yeah, we're behind the times and this has happened. But,
Right.
that is something that is like huge and I'm very excited about, and I think it's something that we should definitely have had a conversation on the podcast about.
For sure. And then we need to talk about what we're going to wear, but...
Yeah, I have no idea what we wore.
Oh, what did you
my
looked
God,
amazing.
So did you.
I can't believe you wore that.
It's such a mindfuck to try and figure this out. I don't like, but anyhow, yeah. So hopefully you guys would have all seen the launch party
and how good we looked.
Yeah, and be really enjoying the podcast by now.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I think that was the point I was trying to make about this whole launch party. I've completely lost my
No, I think we were going to go because it's like an event. I thought we were going into it.
Yeah, exactly. Or actually, yeah, so we will probably revisit it in a later episode after we've actually had the launch party, but it's going into networking Icks.
For sure.
That is what we want to get into on today's episode,
yeah.
is networking Icks. In what we do, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Quite.
Like, I would just employ anybody now, if you've got networking Icks, please DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your worst intro?
Yeah.
Do you still shake hands personally? I'm a hugger. Oh, I'm like Meghan Markle. I'm a hugger. I love her. Love all Meghan Markle and the royal family.
All of them?
I
feel
like
if you're one or the other.
I've got beef with.
No?
Love them all.
So you
I
look
think
fine.
thank you for that unlimited entertainment you give me.
It was
I
epic.
think they all mean wow.
I mean,
but we're going off on a tangent.
We are going off on a tangent because I can only imagine the faux pas that happened at their networking events and getting
this is
that
what I mean.
situation.
That's what I was being then. I'm a hugger.
I'm a
But I
hugger.
will never, I'm not going to say who, but I remember like one of the first events with you.
Oh.
It was just like I feel like that's too obvious.
It was like an education event.
Yeah. And we'll block that bit out. He was a he. And I was like, oh my God, because I'd been like emailing his agent. I'd done a briefing call with him about what to talk about. I thought we went way back. I thought we were tight.
What? Who is it? Stop again. I've lost.
It's Timmy, the guy. I'm just going to say when I hugged him and he went, whoa, okay, we're doing that. And
so
I felt like a predator.
is this one of the first events that we did here at Stay?
Yeah, future gazing. Well, we did obviously hard hat, but I was slapped to the doors to collect people's jackets.
Oh, I mean, you was just wasted at that event.
I loved
terrible.
it. I actually see that excites me. I'm like, yeah, tell me what to do.
So, do you think hugging is a faux pas?
Well, it clearly was on one of your events when I hugged someone No, I was like, oh, have a hug. It normally goes down well, breaks down the awkwardness.
What happened?
Oh, okay, we're doing that. That's what and I was like, oh, now I'm convinced you think I've got a huge crush on you. Got really in on myself, was a bit nasty. And then I walked off actually going, no, I'm not the problem here. But then maybe I am. And respect boundaries, Hollie, you big pervert.
No,
maybe you
I think
shouldn't
sometimes
hug.
people do things to be awkward, and that's the faux pas.
But do you shake hands? Surely that's cancelled.
I like to shake hands.
No, but do you go like a princess?
No, I'm
or
just
are you
straight
a business
in. Like,
bitch?
I'm a business bitch. I'm just like...
Really? I've never
firm
seen
handshake.
you shake it. I can't imagine you. I think you're a hugger.
I am a hugger.
Actually,
but
maybe I just hug you and you don't give consent looking back.
I mean, I'm fine.
I feel like I always hug you. And oh my God.
No, I like to be hugged.
It's a one-sided relationship. Okay, fine.
I will validate you there. I like to be hugged. I do think it's nice. I'm
don't we all, guys?
Nice. That's nice. But yeah, I guess when I greet, but you know what I hate? When a I know we're the UK, but we're not Europe anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not Europe anymore, are we? Because we're just UK. We're not in Europe, are we?
Passport queues are longer, so I think we're not in Europe.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm not sure how that works. But we're
Silly
not
little
we're not in the EU, right?
Yeah.
But you know when like Brits,
yes,
the other Brits, and they try and do the French air kiss thing.
Oh my God, yeah, give up. We're not.
What?
That's not our thing.
That is just.
I've had like people's parents who do that, who I'd say are a bit more on the richer side, and I'm sweating whilst it ruins my life.
I'm like, and then
I'm
I
like,
have this real overpowering need to go. Mwah,
just snog them. No,
just snog them. Oh, it's like that was just being annoying, but these are on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just like mwah, mwah, and I'm like, why?
It's so loud
do I do that?
and painful. Where does that? We need to know. We'll Google that, guys. Where has that come from?
It's like definitely a French, like Italian thing, and they get it. You know, they do that, and they're so
they do it cool,
chic, demure, cool. And then you just get a Brit like me, or like I don't do it. Like if it happens to me, I'm kind of just like you go with it, and then just like which side you go, and then you end up like going in the middle.
Oh, painful.
That is an ick.
Yeah,
and that is a big networking ick.
I feel like that has actually defo happened to me at events though, but I feel like you just roll with it.
I'm glad you just roll with it. I just feel like really awkward, and then I'm just like,
No, but you would.
What?
Do you remember when we were at an event and you and Greg like went to kiss bye and I got so excited? I was like seeing my mum and dad like, I don't know. I was like, I've never seen it. And for some reason I just gravitated inwards like I wanted some...
Because that was
some weird freeway kiss. Like, I think it's the second time. No, we'd obviously worked together so much, but it was like the first time.
It was quite early days, and then it was just like, oh.
No, I said, oh my God. I was like buzzing to, like, it was weird to see you kiss.
I do remember that event because that was the same event that you made friends with
and I
a
got
load
so
of
nervous I went to the wrong
hairdressers.
cheek. I think at points they would have, I was just pretending to be a hairdresser because I needed a common ground.
So for context, you went to this, I was like
to see
I was
Samantha
doing, like,
music.
I was doing this education piece.
I was getting socials
Yeah.
and obviously going viral as I do.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I found you later and you'd like, these are my friends. And you'd never met them until that day.
We're still, reactive on Instagram. One of them actually now even follows my dog's Instagram account. So
okay. So
their
that's
life
fine.
is, but I did find it, I was a bit like, what am I up to? Like, what was I talking about? I called myself your mummager. That was my chat up line throughout the day, like something that they would find funny. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm just like Sam's mummager. And then I think there was a drink going round that I couldn't stop saying. Like, is it mojito? I don't know what it is. Like, I get stuck on repeat when I don't know anyone and I'm addicted to saying the same thing.
It happens to all of us. You know when you're nervous, it's just like nervous disposition. It's like that joke where you just stand at the bar and you make the same joke again and again and again.
Until you find someone to laugh.
And then you're like, got it, you liked
Validation,
it. That's, you're my person. And then you latch onto them until the tube home.
Exactly. Well, and then go to their tube and realise you can't even get home that way. And I was like, oh.
And then, there's something to be said for those nice people that, like...
welcome.
And they do that. Because, again, we went to an event, like, maybe 2 weeks ago... where we were very clearly pied off.
I look back and think maybe we're so much fun to be around that it made them insecure and they had to go.
I mean, I hope that is the way this happened.
Someone threw up at that event. And guys, it was a bougie event and that was very unexpected.
It was 8:00.
I know,
and there was
legend.
It was a lot. There was a lot of sick on the floor.
Takes me back.
Like, I feel like that, and that was, a really quite high profile event.
I was a bit shocked. But I wouldn't say we did get pied.
We definitely got pied off.
I think we didn't like that someone ended the conversation with us before we ended it with them. Like, that's what upset us. And then we were already paranoid that we smelled because we both hadn't used rolled-on deodorant that day.
That is true.
So it added to the ongoing fear.
Complete anxiety, fear that we stank, and then nobody wanted to talk to us.
We were just both like, as soon as they went, oh, okay, catch you later, we just sniffed our armpits and hung our heads
and went
in shame.
Bacanti. Like, that's literally what
Spicy
happened.
little girls,
I think I had about 6 Bacantis by the time we were pied off, and I was like, maybe I was slurring. Maybe that's what had happened.
We were being like, bless ourselves,
you were cute. Until, they opened the gifting suite, and then there's the faux pas.
Yeah.
Because we were like...
how much do you take?
I feel like you were being quite demure, and you were like, no, we don't want to go straight away. And I'm thinking, I'm not getting in a big old queue.
I was too busy having that weird pasta pot that was absolutely foul, and then I couldn't get rid of it. So I'm now already cringing that I'm taking free stuff whilst eating a horrible pasta pot, so I look fat and greedy. For the products and the food. Like, it was just horrendous.
It was a lot. And then obviously, you could get into this like little, they basically set up this like product thing where you could go in and like you could pick a few things that you wanted. It was amazing.
I was shouting about the practical stuff the thing that like
gets
rid of dead skin.
The E45.
Yeah, I thought it was I was like, this is everything I need.
I think at that point, I'd so many big canters that just followed you around and just put in my basket what you put in yours.
know. And we came out, we were demure though, because the woman was like, oh, like some people's, we were cute.
We were, and then you know what?
Respectful.
Again, this is a faux pas, and I'm going to put this is probably going to get me cancelled and embarrass me and probably never invited back.
Gutted.
But at that point, after she said that, you could have done that, I was a bit like,
Gutted.
Okay, well, I'm not going back in. And then that lady, when we was leaving, made the mistake, do you remember, of telling me that she'd pre-made up some goodie bags for those that couldn't queue for the room.
She put herself right in it.
But then she wasn't manning them.
So
I took another one.
I love that you didn't even say it, but no one. You don't want to fully confess.
It was like, you know, every fibre of my body saying, don't put this on the podcast.
But I'm glad you did. I'm shocked I didn't.
I'm shocked you didn't.
I think it's
I actually felt terrible that you didn't.
Yeah, I woke up feeling terrible that I didn't because I realised how good the bags were.
They were actually incredible.
Unreal.
Like, they were actually incredible.
Yeah, I think I was having the ick that I'm not even an influencer. So if I was to take... Not yet, guys. Yeah. You could help me out. But I had the ick, like, oh my God, if I take more, I've not got the followers. It's like, ugh, like that smelly, greedy girl taking all our stuff.
No. Oh my God. I think
but that's where my head goes at these things. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'll be happy with my E45 and I'm out the door.
I mean...
Grab the fire exits or
I definitely kept the other one for your Christmas present.
Oh, buzzing! That's what I was hinting for. No, we actually agreed on that night that you're going to give me your old ski stuff. But
I did,
that was just a gentle reminder.
No, that's a gentle reminder that Holly's
Live
about
on air,
to go
so you can't
skiing.
forget.
And yeah,
we're not going into that. That can be another episode.
Yeah, but she hasn't got any ski stuff, and I was like, weirdly, I do have some ski stuff, even though I'm not a skier,
well,
really.
You seem quite good.
I've been twice. I've been twice.
No, but I think...
And only because I didn't pay to go. But anyway, that is another story. Yeah.
Gifted.
I think, a gifted trip from the in-laws.
Is how we get by.
That is how we get... That was a big part of it for quite some time. Next faux pas.
Go ahead.
Getting drunk at a work networking event.
Yeah, inappropriate, I will say, because, you know, oh, God, I personally can't do it because my baddest trait is that I look sober with just a vile pout that I'm blackout and I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I annoyingly don't look drunk. I'm jealous of people who are on the floor, passed out. I'm carrying myself well, but I'm being vile. Yeah, not necessarily nasty, but I'm coming out with some weird stuff. But I look like I've had a Yorkshire tea.
So you can't even blame it on being drunk.
No, exactly.
People
They're like,
she's
just disgusting.
Weird.
And stinks. Always back to the stink. I actually do smell really nice, guys. It's just a private joke.
I can guarantee that you do smell nice.
Food.
So it's fine. Apart from, like, our actual podcast studio right now stinks of tuna because one of
that was a faux pas.
Brought in smelly tuna, which is, I don't know.
But they have lovely strong arms because of the protein.
Exactly.
So balance again.
I understand it and I respect it and I appreciate that you've gone to that effort.
But do you think have you ever been like, oh my God, I shouldn't have drunk that much?
Every time.
Single event.
Every single event.
No, but you're fine.
But I say to myself before I go, right, Sam, you've got work in the morning,
yeah,
normally, gutted, and you know, I don't have someone to report into and try and disguise that I'm drunk from. I'm only letting myself down, which makes it worse.
And also really scary, yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
And then I'm got people asking me questions and I'm just like, I don't care.
No, right, yeah, I can't, yeah.
So that's the problem really with that. And then every time I'm an oversharer.
Yeah, that's why I think we've got along. But yes, some people might be like, why are you telling me that?
I'm like, why don't you want to know that?
And then you get it's just buzzy to hear what people speak like when you've just emailed them. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you're fine. Your emails are really blunt.
Yeah.
Like, it just falls out the end of the sentence. And you're like, oh, great, now you've just
It's
said
like
that.
I'm dictating. Like, I'm just, actually going, captions of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's it. It's like I'm mentionitis. That's what I call it. Because I'm really thinking about it. So it just comes out eventually. And then I sort of strut off.
This is what happens. And then I can be sweary too. And I'm like, I don't want to swear, but I just swear.
Iconic.
It's like... Oh, and then, you know, when we were at the awards, at the Creative Head Awards.
Heaven.
And I was up for that business award and I was so nervous that I drank so much. And then I don't remember getting the award.
No, that's because you've blacked out with excitement.
I hope
that's
the
a
case.
Real thing. Google it.
Right.
I don't remember the Taylor Swift Eras tour and I wasn't even that drunk, but it's because you were having adrenaline.
Fine.
Don't blame yourself or the chicken wine.
It was the chicken wine.
It was the chicken wine. I was quite drunk myself.
Random off tangent, but Lidl are doing a dupe of the chicken wine.
But who is the OG chicken wine?
The Le Femme, whichever one, the original.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We love you.
We love chicken wine.
Perfect.
But yeah, they're doing a dupe. But anyhow, off tangent. It was that, and then I just don't remember any of it, and I feel like it is a faux pas.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
And it gives people the ick.
like a mad. Yeah. Oh God, now I'm like
can think
triggering
of one
myself.
particular
Oh no.
lady that's at every hairdressing networking event.
We can't. Okay.
Like, there's always one.
She's called Hollie and she's on my podcast.
No, yeah, exactly. She's called Hollie and she's on my podcast. But, you know, it sticks out if there's always that one person that's getting drunk. Not that it's always Hollie. Like, it's not ever you, because you've obviously just been weird in the corner and everyone doesn't even know you're drunk, so that's fine.
Just too busy shaking you. But no, I think I feel bad for them though. I think I've developed a weird sympathy because obviously, you know, I look back on the first random jobs I had and I get so overexcited and drunk. I'm like, God bless. No, but I'm like,
we've all been there.
Yeah, exactly.
But why do I keep going back there?
Because it's addictive.
It is, and I'm just like, oh, I'll have a glass of wine.
And it's what we're used to. We've built brain memory to it.
Yeah, so it's absolutely, and you know what? I just feel it is a confidence thing, which is
because
awful.
you don't know them. It is like going on a Hinge day.
Yeah, and you know, I see all these people talking about how when they're sober, they find such clarity and they're like so much more present. And I'm just like, it's like sometimes you don't want to be completely.
No, I get what you mean. But it's like, yeah, I hear that as well. And I'm like, yeah, do I start microdosing mushrooms for the event?
Oh my God.
Maybe we should. God, next award you when we're like, we just want to say thanks.
Thanks, my woman.
You're like, Hollie, get up here. We'll be so cool. No, but people do. I've got, there we go. And I'm not outing them either. But like one of my best friends gone sober.
Right.
But does mushrooms. And I was like, so what do you have it with? A Fanta? But she's living her best life.
I'm honestly a little bit of a believer in the micro mushroom dosing, maybe.
Oh,
I've never done
pull
it.
them up.
But what I was saying earlier about, you know, when you're drinking at these events, for me, it's not because I don't want to be there.
We love it there.
I love it. It's just my own anxiety gets in the way, and then
naturally
it's this self-fulfilling circle because obviously the more you drink,
someone's
the more
done
anxious
a mushroom.
you get. Yeah, but I'm so philosophical. But the more you drink, the more anxious I get, and I'm like, I should maybe be sober.
Oh,
Oh my God,
we're going teetotal. Well, you said it on air now.
With my mug of Prosecco. Said it on air. That's it. Maybe that's what I need to be considering.
Pretend, fake it till you make it.
But yeah, I feel like that's where I'm at with that.
But you've not done anything awful. I feel like write in if
Not
you
that
have,
I
because
can
we're empower you guys. But if you've done something mental at a work event, like I will be obsessed.
Yeah, because we're heading into Christmas season.
Oh,
Christmas work
silly
party.
season. Yeah,
and you know, I feel like those ones, that's when things get
for sure
off the chain.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can think of a few things, but I'd need more of them.
So if you're listening and you've got like, you know, you want to just, you know, share, because again, sharing is caring, and we can, you know,
help you feel better, because we've probably done worse.
We've absolutely done worse.
I once did a snow angel in fake snow seeing Robbie Williams on a Christmas party, and it was the most unflattering. It was when Topshop Joni jeans were in, and I just saw the stories, and I made a joke about my female boss at the time because she took her cardigan off in the midst of Robbie Williams, and it was a wife beater, and I was like, oh, you're gonna get with all the accounts team. Luckily she laughed. Everyone's like, Hollie, calm it down. Because she was like walking around in her little wife beater, and I was like, oh, like it just goes a bit odd. But then people are always out there doing madder things. Like someone else from the office was like crying and saying stuff, and no one knew why she was crying.
And it goes back to the bougie event that we were at like 7:30 when some poor girl had chundered everywhere.
Poor thing.
Like,
that's why I think I looked at it and I thought, I'll clean it up for you, love.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
I'll hold your hair.
I was like, oh, I'm glad. All I was thinking is, I'm glad I'm not you. Isn't that awful?
It caused quite a scene, but also people were like non-verbal. Like, we all went, no one knew what to say. And I was like to the cleaner, like, are you out the edge? It was the elephant in the room was the 8:36.
Yeah, it was bad.
Who knows? It could have been the vile pasta pot. I mean,
it could have sent her.
She might have just been teetotal, but that pasta pot was not ideal for anyone.
It could have been, you know, she could have been gluten-free.
She could have been.
And that wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, we shouldn't
judge. If it was you who was sick at an event roughly 2 weeks ago, talk to us.
Yeah.
We had your back.
Yeah, don't worry, no judgment, because again, we've all been there.
Worse. I mean,
like,
well, when your award was my favourite.
Why?
Well, no, it was fine. But when you actually accepted your award at a big event we were at, I was outside having a bloody fag.
With Greg, probably.
And I don't even smoke.
Like, I was like, Greg was literally outside, and I get up to look and thank him while I'm accepting it. He's not even there.
But I managed to like gaslight into you to believing I was there, because as soon as you were walking back, I sat there going, "You're amazing, you're amazing," and you were so like.
Comes out that actually this whole thing we'd worked towards for literally a year.
I couldn't believe it. The timing, the schedule must have gone weird, because I don't know how I missed it.
It wasn't in a pamphlet on the table when it was happening.
But that's like another thing. I feel like me and Greg were just pretending to smoke like Rachel Green and Friends to like make friends with people.
Well, you know, that's again something that to talk about is that the cool kids hang out outside.
Yeah, they have
events, and that's, you know, you want to network.
But now it's a vape.
Yeah, that is
so
true.
So it's quite nice because your hair doesn't stink the next day.
Well, exactly, and you don't start like this.
I mean,
like,
depends. The popcorn lung is brewing from my crystal ice.
Oh no!
Are
the vapes available?
Yeah, literally.
Oh
obsessed.
my god!
And when we left that event, the 2 weeks one, you know, the sick, the pie, a lot happened in that quick.
That was a very.
Remember, I brought 2 vapes. We left each other at the tube station. I was like, oh my god, buy! It wasn't even buy one get one free. It was save like 59p if you get 2. And I was like, R4.
I'm
checking. I got 2.
Yeah. So I feel like networking icks. Everyone has them.
Yeah, for sure. But, or maybe we are them, and we're gonna listen back and be like, oh, we're the problem. The ick. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh,
I just won't listen to this one.
I don't think we are. We're not the ick. We're the cool kids outside vaping.
Yeah, pretending to smoke.
Not really, Mum.
Yeah, no. Shit. I wasn't. Yeah. God.
Not really, Mum.
Just
no, again.
So
grown
true,
adult here, just saying that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
God, no. I used to, when my mum would find, like, Backy, you know, when that was in,
yes.
when she'd find it in my school bag, I'd literally say that I'm selling, I'd say I'm stealing it.
I
thought that was better.
You would.
I was like, no, I'm like selling like 4 rollies for like £2. And
was she like, yeah, sure.
I know, she was like, I know you're not. It was horrendous. It was so bad.
Supplying
straight away
cigarettes to the children is okay.
I was the children.
Yeah, we were the children. Oh my god, I feel like this is going too far.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up.
Yes, please do
share your icks
and make us feel better about ours.
Ourselves.
Like, yeah, validate us. Please validate us. Like, out of office just took another
anything
turn.
Goes.
So, and if you are enjoying the podcast, please hit follow, because again, we like talking about these things.
We want to do this every week.
This is so fun.
Make it our life.
Yeah, that would be great. And back to work, really.
Yeah.
So out of office is no more. With those automatic replies are back on.
Yeah.
Or off. Anyway, we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So before the fun is over and we all have to go back to work, if you are enjoying Silly Little Girls Club podcast and the Out of Hours episodes, then please make sure that you follow or subscribe depending on where you get your podcast from, and we can keep bringing you these fun, amazing conversations, whether it's me and Hollie talking about all the random stuff that happens to us in the world of business and work and being women, or it's the guests on the Silly Little Girls podcast, the incredible, inspiring women that bring these heartfelt, real stories. And we'll see you next week on the Silly Little Girls Club.